I need to hurry. My morning shift at the ice cream parlor shop starts soon. I want to go to the hospital today. I want to see Aaron. I miss him. I went to the hospital to go visit Aaron, but as soon as I entered his room, I had the feeling the visit wasn't going to go very well. Good morning, Aaron. Hi. How are you feeling today? A little better, thanks. He smiled at me politely, but without any of the tenderness I was used to seeing. An awkward silence settled in as I sat down at the chair beside his bed. Lacking any other ideas to really get the conversation going, I decided to start with something simple. I didn't want to pressure him or anything that medics wouldn't approve of me discussing with him. How's the hospital food around here? Is it okay? It's pretty good. Definitely better than I can cook. I'm glad you like it, but I'm sure you're not that bad of a cook. You've never had my cooking then. I want to say that I had, but quickly restrained. He wasn't a very good cook, but it made it more fun when he came to the ice cream parlor or when I cooked for him. By the way, I was wondering. Yes? Who are you? The question was so simple, so polite, so impersonal, but it still broke my heart. I'm gonna take this slow. His words hurt, and I was certain my eyes betrayed a degree of sadness. I covered it up with a smile, hoping he didn't notice the momentary change. Oh, I'm a friend of yours. My name is Amy. Ah, okay. I'm sorry. It's just that my memory is really hazy. It's okay. I understand. Don't strain yourself. He returned my smile with a nod. You're a very nice girl, Amy. Oh, yay. Thank you. Now, if you excuse me, I'm getting tired. I better get some sleep. Sure, I'll come visit you again soon. You're on your own now. I used the map. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. I hope so. Hmm. I love the library. I had to come here. Ah, the library is my favorite place to be. Here I can borrow new books and read at home, practice my writing skills, or during the weekends I can attend to creative writing courses in the evening. Okay. No way. Finally. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Oh yeah. It's late. I need to get back home. I must go to sleep. Tomorrow I have to work. I was getting ready to leave for the ice cream shop when the phone rang. Hello, Miss Fitch? Oh, yes, I'm Amanthra. Are you Eddie? Yes, I need to talk to you about Aaron. Is everything alright? Yes, don't worry, everything is okay. I heard you paid him a visit yesterday, and I'd like to talk to you about the things you said. Whatever. We agreed to meet in his office in the afternoon, after my shift at the ice cream shop ended. Oh, that's better. Okay, good. I quickly changed my clothes and I get ready to go to the hospital to talk with Eddie. I wondered what he wants to talk about. As soon as I entered the hospital, I met with Eddie. He nodded at me and made a gesture to follow him into his office. I took a deep breath, vaguely restraining the sound of our footsteps tapping their way through the corridor. Eddie led me to his office, and I distantly noticed his occasional glances, but was too absorbed in my own frantic thoughts to care. We stepped through the door, and he quickly closed it behind me. Please, have a seat. I sunk into a cushioned chair in front of the desk and watched him hopefully. Tell me how he can get better. Well, you have to understand that this condition is somewhat difficult to treat. Well, of course, being encouraging his memory to return by talking to his family and friends, putting him in situations of previous memories, things like that. The therapist can tell you more about exactly what they'll be doing. There's also the possibility of prescribing him certain medicines, but we only keep that option open for the extreme cases. I nodded, hanging on to his every word. The key is that he regains his memory slowly and carefully. This sort of psychology is not my specialty, but we have to be careful of any psychological stress. Amnesia is tricky to begin with. We can't risk any more complications by trying to force him to remember. My heart sank. So what you're saying is, he won't be remembering me anytime soon? He looked at me kindly. Probably not, but there is a way you can help. How? Tell me. I'll do anything. Well, you know him very well, and it will be a great help if you can think of some situations that might help him regain some memories, situations from his past, places he's been, activities he likes, things like that. I nodded my head slowly, trying to reconcile myself to all the unbelievable things that had happened recently. The truth was difficult to accept, and as full, awful realization sank in, my tired mind and body could bear it no longer. Tears formed unwittingly at the corners of my eyes, and they dripped down my face into rivulets. My shoulders began to shake, and I covered my face with my hands, trying desperately to muffle the sounds of my lamentation. What's with all the big words? Eddie hovered awkwardly, uncomfortable, and at the Eddie hovered sorry. Eddie hovered awkwardly, uncomfortable, and at the near total loss of what to do. Pulling himself together, he walked forward and knelt on the ground in front of me and rested his hands on my shoulders. Miss Amanthra. Call me Amy. Amy, it'll be all right. It's not that bad. Do you really think so? I know so. It's very encouraging that he didn't lose his entire memory, only that of the last few years. And even if it doesn't come back, you can always make new memories. I nodded at his words and smiled, wiping away tears. Thank you, Eddie. Now excuse me, Miss Amy, but I have to go. I gotta check that out later. The next morning, I decided to follow Eddie's suggestions. I grabbed the book from my library, the first book of the Pendragon series by D.J. McHale. Aaron loved it. I'm gonna bring it with me at the hospital next time. Oh, look, he's back. I had just started my shift when I heard a familiar voice. Uh, Amy? I looked up from the change in the cash register that I was counting to meet his gaze. Yes? I heard about what happened. I'm sorry for sounding so inconsiderate. It's all right. You didn't know. Lawrence looked away, unable to continue looking at me in the eye. He was always rather shy, and it surprised me that he came forward to apologize in person. He often resorted to a text message, since he was more comfortable with it. You know I'll always be here, if you ever need someone to talk to. I'd be glad to listen. After all, we're friends, right? Right. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate that. I quickly changed clothes, eager to give the book to Aaron and to see if he remembers it. So, I'm gonna stop here, and yeah. Bye, guys.